Welcome to another episode of Deep Dive Analysis, where today we'll look at a short but important conversation between Darth Sidious and the Neimoidians. So in the last scene, we left our Jedi heroes at the bottom of the ocean under attack by sea monsters as they race to rescue the Queen. The movie needs to give us a sense of significant time passing, so that it feels like a long journey. And what better way to accomplish that than cutting away to a scene of our antagonists? This increases the opportunity for world building, time elapsing, and raising the threat level all at once. It also reminds the audience that this isn't just the Jar Jar Binks show. There are real powerful forces encroaching on our heroes.
The invasion is on schedule, my lord.
I have the Senate bogged down in procedures. They will have no choice but to accept your control of the system.
Here we get a good succinct taste of Palpatine's political manipulation skill, as well as political commentary for the real world. The Phantom Menace was made in a time of rising polarization and executive power in the United States, which has continued and escalated through the present. Palpatine's manipulations of the government pose a stark warning about the problems of extreme polarization, gridlock, and the overemphasis on civility in politics weighing down the legislature to the point that the executive has all the power. Sidious doesn't take over the galaxy using the dark side. He does it by exploiting the natural flaws of democracy, leading to Anakin's future perspective in Attack of the Clones.
I don't think the system works.
How would you have it work?
We need a system where the politicians sit down and discuss the problem, agree what's in the best interest of all the people, and then do it.
That's exactly what we do. The trouble is that people don't always agree.
Well, then they should be made to.
By whom? Who's gonna make them?
I don't know. Someone.
You?
Of course not me.
But someone.
Someone wise.
Sounds an awful lot like a dictatorship to me.
Well, if it works.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves, so back to the Phantom Menace.
The Queen has great faith that the Senate will side with her.
Queen Amidala is young and naive. You will find controlling her will not be difficult.
Here, Sidious calls the Queen young and naive, again for world building, but also for real-world political commentary. This line is one of the few times that Palpatine actually gets something wrong. Palpatine seems to always be one step ahead at every turn, but on dealing with Padme, he underestimates her because of her youth. Of course, Palpatine here is proven wrong in the end. Controlling the Queen will indeed be an extremely difficult task for the Trade Federation. Young Amidala is strong-willed, brave, creative, and persistent, the traits commonly found in young people of all generations, but somehow always overlooked by their elders. This is the counter to Sidious's earlier political manipulation. It shows how Palpatine can manipulate broken political systems to his whim, but the one thing he can't control? Rebellious young people. Padme throws his plans off in the prequels, making the Phantom Menace a full-length movie rather than a quick 2-minute invasion. She also gives Anakin the support he needs to grow, and tries to push him in a more positive direction. Unfortunately, as we all know, in the end Palpatine is able to use Padme for his own purposes in converting Anakin to the dark side. But Padme's struggle against the Sith Lord foreshadows the ultimate destruction in the original trilogy. Padme's rebellious youth wasn't strong enough to overthrow Palpatine, but her bravery and persistence is passed on to her son, who is able to finally accomplish the goal. Padme fails to save Anakin, Padme fails to defeat Sidious, and Padme fails to restore the Republic. But her child succeeds. This story is one for inspiration, affirming that youth can fix politics in ways their elders failed. It's a story about never giving up, with universal appeal, and a special relevance to the young people in today's political climate.
Yes, my lord.
You didn't tell him about the missing Jedi.
No need to report that to him until we have something to report.
There's not necessarily a lot to take away from these lines, but I just personally like them a lot. Its main purpose is just to show that the Neimoidians are sneaky cowards, and that there's some tension among the film's antagonists. But I just really like the line, "No need to report that until we have something to report." It's a nice, funny line that I like to throw around sometimes in everyday life, perfectly encapsulating the worldview of the Neimoidians here. I'm honestly surprised I haven't seen it as a meme yet, so get on that internet. With that said, this has been a shorter video for a shorter scene, but I hope you enjoyed it. More analysis is on the way, so be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for future videos. And as always, think critically, be creative, and have a great day.